Let's dive into the top 3 issues: inflation, crime, and immigration.
Election is around the corner, and have you ever wondered if AI can deliver an unbiased, fair, and logical assessment of presidential candidates? With AI content everywhere these days, I was really curious to see how this technology would analyze and compare Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. Can AI offer a truly balanced perspective, or is it influenced by its data and programming? So stick around as we dive into AI's take on the major issues shaping our country, and we'll explore whether AI can provide a fair and logical analysis and what that means for our understanding of these candidates. Don't miss out on this, and let's discover together. Shifting gears, ChatGPT, this is for you.
Of course, I'd be happy to help. Let's dive into the top 3 issues: inflation, crime, and immigration, and see how each candidate's platform, past governance, and track record align with these concerns.
Regarding inflation and high costs. Inflation is a pressing issue affecting everyone's daily lives, and as rising prices erode purchasing power and increase the cost of living, this has become a significant concern, especially for lower income families struggling to make ends meet. I went to Taco Bell just recently and I haven't been there for past few months. The $8 combo that I expected now is somewhere around $11. So, I mean, it's getting up there. This again is a big problem. Now, how do Trump and Harris approach this issue, and who might have the better policies based on their track records?
When it comes to inflation and high costs, here's a breakdown. Donald Trump's approach. Trump advocates for increasing domestic energy production through fracking and oil drilling, which he believes will lower energy costs and mitigate inflation. He also supports deregulation and tax cuts to stimulate economic growth. During his presidency, Trump's administration saw significant deregulation efforts and a tax overhaul that cut corporate taxes. While these policies contributed to economic growth, critics argue that they also increased income inequality and had mixed effects on long-term inflation. Kamala Harris's approach. Harris supports targeted fiscal policies such as raising the minimum wage, providing direct financial relief to lower-income families, and regulating industries to prevent price gouging. Her focus has been on ensuring economic equity. As vice president, Harris has advocated for policies within the Biden administration that aim to support struggling families, though these efforts have faced challenges in Congress. Her track record shows a consistent emphasis on social justice and economic support for vulnerable populations. Trump's approach could potentially lower energy costs and stimulate growth, addressing inflation in the short term, as his administration's economic policies did lead to a period of growth pre-pandemic. However, it also carries risks like environmental concerns and market volatility. Harris's policies might offer more direct support to those struggling with high costs, but they could lead to higher government spending and inflation if not managed carefully. Her track record suggests a strong commitment to economic equity, though her success in implementing large-scale economic reforms has been limited.
Now, let's go to crime. Thank you for that, ChatGPT. Crime rates and public safety are crucial for maintaining community well-being. Recent increase in crime have raised concerns about effective law enforcement and justice system reforms that can address both immediate and long-term safety needs. So, how about their policies on crime?
For crime, here's how each candidate's policies and track records compare. Donald Trump's approach. Trump emphasizes a law and order approach, focusing on increasing police funding, tougher sentencing for violent offenders, and stronger law enforcement measures. During his presidency, Trump consistently pushed for harsher penalties and more aggressive policing. His administration's policies were aimed at cracking down on crime, but they also faced criticism for exacerbating tensions between law enforcement and communities of color. Kamala Harris's approach, during her time as California's Attorney General, supported criminal justice reforms, including community policing and addressing the root causes of crime like poverty. As vice president, she has continued to advocate for criminal justice reform, focusing on reducing mass incarceration and implementing reforms aimed at improving the justice system. Harris's record shows a balance between enforcing the law and pursuing systemic reform, though some critics argue that her earlier stance as Attorney General was more conservative than her current positions. Trump's policies might provide a more immediate response to rising crime rates, focusing on law enforcement and tougher penalties, as seen in his administration's approach. However, this comes with the risk of increased social tensions. Harris's approach seeks long-term solutions by addressing systemic issues and promoting reform, which could lead to more sustainable reductions in crime. Her track record shows a shift from a more traditional law enforcement stance to one that increasingly focuses on reform and equity.
On immigration, immigration is a contentious involving border security, legal pathways, and so-called humanitarian concerns. The ongoing debate centers around finding a balance between enforcing laws and addressing the needs of those seeking asylum or better opportunities. And this has been really close to my heart, this issue, because I came here as a working visa, legal immigrant. I did the papers and all the documentations, paid my dues. I see a lot of illegal immigrants just crossing the border. They changed the terms to asylum seekers. Are they coming here for political asylum? So, what about immigration, ChatGPT?
Here's the comparison on immigration, including their track records. Donald Trump's approach. Trump's policies include strong border security measures, such as building a border wall and increasing deportations. His administration implemented strict immigration policies, including travel bans and reduced legal immigration channels. Trump's presidency was marked by a clear stance on reducing illegal immigration with immediate actions, though these measures were often controversial and faced legal challenges. Kamala Harris's approach. Harris supports comprehensive immigration reform, including a pathway to citizenship for undocumented immigrants and improved conditions for asylum seekers. As vice president, she has been involved in efforts to address the root causes of migration from Central America, though progress has been slow and met with significant challenges. Harris's approach balances border security with humanitarian concerns, and her track record shows a consistent emphasis on reform and compassion in immigration policies. Trump's strict enforcement policies offer a clear stance on reducing illegal immigration with immediate actions, which he successfully implemented during his time in office, though not without significant controversy. Harris's approach aims for a more balanced and humane immigration system, focusing on long-term solutions and reform. However, her efforts have faced obstacles in implementation, reflecting the complex nature of immigration reform.
Based on this evaluation, who would you say has a better policy for these issues that it should be addressed right away? If this keeps on going, who knows where US will be in the next few years?
Each candidate has a distinct approach based on their priorities and track records. For inflation, Trump's policies might provide more immediate relief through energy production, as evidenced by his past administration's focus on deregulation and tax cuts. Harris's approach could offer more direct support to individuals struggling with high costs, although her ability to implement large-scale economic reforms has faced challenges. For crime, Trump's focus on law enforcement might address crime more immediately, as seen during his presidency. Harris's emphasis on reform could lead to long-term improvements in the justice system, reflecting her shift towards criminal justice reform in recent years. For immigration, Trump's policies are geared towards strict enforcement and immediate action, which he successfully pursued in office. Harris's approach seeks a comprehensive and balanced immigration system, focusing on both security and humanitarian concerns, though her efforts have been met with resistance. Given the need for immediate action, Trump's policies might seem more suited to addressing the current challenges quickly. His track record shows a capacity to implement swift measures, particularly in areas like energy production, law enforcement, and immigration enforcement. However, it's important to consider that while these measures might offer short-term relief, they may need to be complemented by long-term strategies, such as those proposed by Harris, to ensure lasting solutions and address systemic issues. Please note that the analysis and evaluations provided by AI, including ChatGPT, are based on the data it has been trained on and the information it has been provided. ChatGPT's responses are generated based on a wide range of sources available up to its last training cutoff and may not include the most recent developments or exhaustive data. Consequently, its assessments are limited to the information available at the time and may not encompass all relevant factors or new information that could influence the analysis. For a complete understanding, it's always a good idea to consult multiple sources and consider the most current data.
And to you, our audience, what's your take? Do you think that AI provided an unbiased, fair, and logical analysis of the candidates? Is AI truly capable of offering a balanced perspective, or does it come with its own set of limitations? Remember, while AI and polls can offer insights, the ultimate choice is ours. It's yours and me. Our decision is key to shaping America's future, so it's crucial to do our due diligence. And I love to hear your thoughts. Please comment down below and let's have a meaningful exchange of ideas. Stay tuned for our upcoming videos where we dive deeper into each candidate's policies and how AI explains them out. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and don't miss out on these important updates. Ciao, see you soon. See you in the next video, rather.